Squiggly. Squiggly biggly boo. And my fucking ear mitts came off again. Whatever you call them, the padding for the ear clips, you know. Durgurn. Ugh. 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 I just realized also. Hold on. There we go. I also realized that this little, foam pad that I got for my keyboard that I am also now using for my controllers.
When does the operation begin?
Our intelligence within the...
I realize they're also very good for getting the goddamn PS2 controller cable out of the way. Because I could just, put it under. Nice overall gaming accessory, I guess. Desk accessory. I guess you should say it's good for all these things, other such cables and apparatuses. Oh, I almost opened that trunk by accident. That would have been... Oh, I couldn't have anyway. You want to be careful about stuff like that, though. Not wasting time accidentally interacting with something you don't have to interact with. Oh.
I've taken out Kravitz and destroyed the comm equipment, but I don't see their uplink dish.
I'll trace it.
Thanks.
You've bypassed the subway security. The ramp in the first terminal should be clear now.
I'm also building up to better play throughout January. I'm gonna try to, be in better... I don't want to say like physical condition, but I mean overall, I don't have the greatest sleeping habits and things like that. And sleep doesn't really come easy to me. And I can rest without too much sleep anyway, but I could still make a bigger attempt to give myself proper substantial rest so that I can get more actually done with this.
Copy.
Oh. Fucking those up. In the bad way. I don't really think that's necessary, but there's no reason not to go for it. You can always use more ammo. You'll get more shotgun ammo if you need it. Which you should have it for Gerdu, just in case.
Gabe, are you there?
Check.
That should be all the C4 you need to blow up
Ooh.
that passage.
You see that fucking crouch lag right there? That's what the Hawaiian roll's all about. Skipping. What the fuck? If that's the way you want to fucking... That one is kind of peculiar, grabbing it that way.
CBDC is on their way in.
Leon, I found the gas main. I'm shutting it down.
Checkpoint. Shit. I gotta get used to doing that one too, the non-switch. Just triggering the animation but not actually switching your weapon. Because switching your weapon is really good. It's a lot better for lag canceling if you don't have a very specific movement you're going for. It's typically better than rolling in that way.
I've spotted Mara Aramov in the... Where's Romer? Where are the other bombs?
Where's Romer? Where's my mom? I don't know.
Leon, I'm on my way to the park.
I've set the pickup frequency for your...
Right.
Could have done that a little faster too. Much faster.
CBDC has the signal. They're on their way. Stand by.
I've been so used to that dude not spawning for whatever reason. That guy should have died faster, but fuck it. It's little things like that though that rack up the extra seconds. Coming in that way gets you some extra fucking ammo for your fake shotgun.
Cover me.
I wanted to hug them turns a little closer to CBDC towards the end there, because I knew the end was coming. And as long as you're not facing a certain direction or not too close to another, guys will spawn better. I could have gotten a little farther away from earlier on. You know what I mean? And yeah, fake shotgun is what I call pallet swapping from a two-handed into any kind of, you know, brute force one-handed. Which in this game it's really just the 45. But you know, in Syphonfilter 2 and 3 you get like those other fucked up single-handed, like the Falcon and all that shit. Come on, come on, come on. I probably should have just kept going. Depending on the situation, you know, cinnamon rolling, as I have come to call it, is good for those sorts of interactions. You piece of shit. He's speedrunning, get him. Yo, welcome to my speedrun practice. I was doing good, but then I donked it all up there. Things can still be better,
When
though,
does the
so.
operation begin?
Our intelligence within.
Check.
But yeah, you'll see me pallet swapping a lot. And that's because I have a very roll-heavy play style, as you'll notice. And holding a two-handed is just flat better for it. Careful reloading coming into here, because the contact call. You have time, but you know. Are you kidding me? That stunk. It's better when you get like the 4 dudes, because the spawns will force the checkpoint faster, but you gotta do it right. So right now, the pre-Syphonfilter stuff, I want to have the Syphonfilter 2 and 3 footage, which I've beaten now, for the published content. So like what I usually upload, the gameplay series. So all the edited stuff, all the chat stuff, cut out, all the in-between, you know, unnecessary stuff. Because it's like 12 hours worth of footage for Syphonfilter 2, and then like another 10 or 12 for 3.
I've taken out Kravitz and destroyed the comm equipment, but I don't see their uplink.
So, you know, they'll each get like their, you know, 3-4 hour long series. And then right now I'm still practicing the speed run. I don't even know how to properly speed run the latter half of the game, really. Damn. And you know, that's why I'm still engaging and interacting and stuff. I'm still working out things for like tutorial content that I want to do. Because there's really no guides for Syphonfilter speedrunning. I've been fucking that up a lot lately.
Right.
I keep forgetting I have to wait for Leon to shut the heck up.
The ramp in the first terminal should be clear now.
And then that turnaround's been getting me too. That might just be my controller. I would like optimal conditions as well, so I'll probably get a better controller by that point. Which at this point is only like a couple weeks away. Because there's a lot of things, you know. The specific inputs for this game, even in a speedrun, are not as complex as something as, you know, Mario 64, which is like a fucking acrobatic powerhouse, you know what I mean? Damn. Them corners. But you're doing a lot of stuff all the time. Every little interaction, every ledge grab, every bomb interaction.
Beacon set. Tell CBDC to
And there's a lot of invisible stuff too. Like when you see me rolling off these ledges, there's supposed to be some landing lag. The roll itself is to cancel the lag of landing off of a ledge. And then I'm hitting a very specific like crouch input on the get up to negate the shorter lag that comes from getting up from a crouch. And then there's all of those, you know, your interact skips and all that. So it's a lot of stuff, some of which uses really specific inputs that aren't always made clear. So I just want to hit that market basically. Because I'm really good at Syphonfilter. I've been able to pick up the speedrun very easily because a lot of advanced tricks that I haven't even seen like the world record holders implement are things that I've been doing since I was a kid because I just thought it was funny. I'm so good at strafing because I learned how to do this as a kid, and I thought it was just funny to make Gabe wiggle like that.
Gabe, what's happening?
I'm setting a beacon. Wait. Leon, this one's different from the other.
OG hardware runs? Well, this is the disc. I'm playing on my PS2. I was playing on my PS1, but my PS2 just works better. And as far as like the standard goes, optimal, I don't think I have like the ideal PlayStation for it. I haven't checked my serial number, but you want to be playing on the PS2 on a specific model with like fast loaded settings or something like that, which I haven't even messed with all that stuff yet.
Gabe, are you there?
Check.
I'm also kind of handicapping myself, you know, as I'm practicing. I'm brute forcing a lot of stuff. If you haven't caught the earlier runs either, there is also some notable differences. In this stage, I'll show you real quick.
Gabe.
Right.
This stage, as a matter of fact, is the reason why I went back to playing it on the disc, because I had switched to the emulator. But a specific skip that is necessary. Damn, that fire is getting me again now. But there's a specific skip that you can do in this stage that isn't. It's something with the way that the emulators load the game versus how, you know, the disc and the natural hardware does it. It makes it impossible. I'm assuming it loads too fast on emulator. But I'm about to pick up some C4.
That should be all the C4 you need to blow open that passage.
So yeah, you blow open the passage, CBDC comes to disarm a bomb, and then some people spawn, and then to get to the next area you need to go to like an adjoining corridor and there we go. And shut off a gas main. Ideally, you want to set your C4 and then go shut off that gas main as CBDC is coming to do that thing, but if you do it on an emulator, you will always fail. The guys will just get here, you'll have gotten too far from CBDC, and you'll fail your objective parameters, and it'll kill the speedrun, you know? But on disc, as long as you do it right, it works every time. So you want to set your bomb, and before they even spawn to come out, you already want to be rounding this corner. And then it's kind of hard to see on the AV especially, but it's like about right here.
Leon, I found the gas main. I'm shutting it down.
I like to roll that way when he says shutting it, and I step too far to the left. You want to come, if you climb up too close here, you fail, and if you run too far here, you fail. So you have to be like in this area. But if you do, you'll get a checkpoint without even having to kill them. But you want you want to kill them anyway for the ammo. But yeah, that's impossible on the emulator. You'll fail every time, no matter how you try to do it. Because it just loads differently. It loads faster, I guess, so. the natural hardware not running its own, game as well as the emulators do is actually beneficial to the speedrun, I guess. And I fucked up a couple ledge interactions there. So see, it's small things like that. You want to go into your first-person aim when climbing up stuff to skip the animation of it. But you're going to do that, like, about 1,000 times in the speedrun, no joke. I don't know if anyone's thought about counting it. I guess I could. And then those skips take a while to learn, because then you want to skip actually opening stuff and whatnot, but it takes a while. You can do those skips with the shotgun as easily as like a machine gun, but you don't want the shotgun because pumping the shotgun will ruin interactions for you. Hello?
Leon, I found the gas main.
So roll
Shutting it down.
here. I didn't get up fast enough. So you have to still be quick, and you have to do it at the right spot, but if you do, it'll work. Whereas on the emulator, no matter how you go about it, once you turn around, once you take a step in that direction, assuming you even make it, you will fail regardless. I don't know if there's other differences, but there's certain skips that I haven't tried that I've only done on the emulator too. So it's probably good not to switch hardware, so I will just be sticking with the PS2, I think. There we go. So my goal right now is to try to speedrun up to the levels that I know how to speedrun to, which is like level 11. But at that point, the game gets a lot harder. And see, right there, I might have taken like a half second too long to turn around, so I don't know if it'll give it to me.
Leon, I found the gas main. I'm shutting it down.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Gabe, you were supposed to provide cover for that agent.
That's always a risk with the way that I roll off stuff, because I'm technically crouching when I do it, like I said, to cancel those animations. But if you crouch off a ledge, you slow climb down it. And that takes about a whole ass second and a half, And it's always worth refining the speedrun, of course, because this stage is like an early killer too. That first fire skip can get you. It's not unlikely that you can fall and kill yourself in this area. Oh, that'll happen sometimes. If I can figure out how to do that on purpose, that might have speedrun implications too. And as a matter of fact, I've even optimized, I think, a way to do certain stages already faster than the world record. So I'm totally gonna go for it. In particular, there's a couple, a mission like 6 from now.
CBDC is on their way
The
in.
first base mission.
Leon, I found the gas main. I'm shutting it down.
There we go. Damn, don't want to do that. But yeah, that fire skip at the beginning totally killed me this time. And it will, it's a speedrun killer. But it's an early enough one that it doesn't matter. And that'll happen if you fuck up your ledge interactions too. You'll fall back down, which at certain points you won't be able to climb back up and you'll take fall damage.
I've spotted Ara.
Let's see if I don't fuck this up too. I haven't been usually. My headshots have been pretty on point. Cool. Strafing in and out will give you a kind of wiggle without you having to risk losing your headshot with the control stick or the D-pad, which you should be playing with the D-pad, not the control stick. So yeah, you want plenty of M16 for Mara, and then you want plenty more for Marcos coming up.
I've set the pickup frequency for your beacons to not...
Oh. You want at least 3 for Gerdu, but I mean, if you can have a little more, that's always nice. Because, you know, you might miss, you might fuck it up. Ugh. Speaking of fucking it up. So for interactions like that, it's better to
They're on their way. Stand by.
do that specific kind of role, because then you can... All these cross interactions work the same way, right? Like, so if something can be canceled, an animation or one thing can be canceled with one input or one animation or another, then those things all hold true for one another. You can continuously stack these overrides to keep skipping animations. Oh, fucking Gabe Logan. Loves to shoot behind him. Oh, fuck. I forgot to come around the corner and I spawned the sniper by accident. He's not really a problem, but it's nice to just not have him spawn to begin with.
They're on their way. Stand by.
Ooh. Alright, we're good. Rolling is especially good for aiming as well, because you'll get a fucked up camera, as you just saw sometimes. Oh fuck, real shotgun ammo? Fucking Gabe Logan. But yeah, you'll get those fucked up camera angles sometimes. And rolling is a good way to like return your camera without losing your momentum or changing directions.
CBDC has the signal.
Without having to
They're on their
fucking,
way.
you know,
Stand
even
by.
do that. Because that camera's a real bitch and a half, and a lot of people don't know how to strafe well enough to mitigate it. And that's going to be my strength. Most of what I've seen myself doing to optimize times, like, hey, I did that a little faster than the world record holder, you know? It's always been because I fucking did some sweet-ass roll into it. And I can only assume that the reason why the world record holders, neither one of them do it, the first and second place, is just because they just don't got it like that.
CBDC has
And if I do, well,
They're
then
on their
that
way.
might be my strength to
Stand
get it. Problem is, I still can't even do the basic speedrun yet. So fuck what I can optimize. I need to be able to actually do the thing first and foremost. And like I said, I haven't learned like the latter 9 stages, the last 2 groups, which is Roamer's Stronghold and then the Farcom Elite Guard, that fucking Civil War zone that they got going on. Of course, leading up to the final boss, Roamer, and all that. I haven't even practiced doing that because, as far as I'm concerned, if I can't even speedrun up to that point yet, there's no point in wasting my time learning that. I may as well, until I can grind this perfectly up to that point, I don't even want to bother learning that. The fucking grind is everything. Damn.
Tell CBDC I failed.
And see, the thing about my role that I'm doing, that's another thing that you won't see them do. Because I assume they don't know how it works, or, you know. You can sneak really fast, but you have to have, like, a perfect input thing right here. If I had one of those controller overlays on, like, an emulator, you could see it. Oh, and see, my roll is slower because I'm holding a one-handed weapon, which is the point of doing this palette swap glitch. That way I can use the gun I want, but have a faster roll. And see, I'm technically sneaking in between each of these, but I'm still running. I'm just overriding my run animation with a sneak animation, so that it reads it as a running roll, but enemies still don't detect me. Which is how I do that.
Leon, check.
And it'll be critical for the next group of stages where you have to do mandatory sneaking. That's another thing that I've optimized in that way as well. I've shaved off a couple seconds off the world record because, you know, what you're seeing me do right now, the other guys don't know how to do this, so that's going to be my strength. Even if I only hold the world record for like a day or a week or something, I think I have a good shot of actually getting it, and I just want to do it, you know?
Leon.
Like, hey, you guys remember that week I was the world fucking Syphonfilter speedrun record holder? That was pretty cool. Plus, if that's not publicity, I don't know what is. And this is what you want to save your M16 ammo for. Just in case he starts running or moving. If you can get your crouch rolling right, because he'll hear you from the other side of the fence. Or the hedge, I guess. But if you do it right, he won't hear you sneaking, and you can basically get right up on him. And you'll see me do that in the base, and you'll see me do that in the Farcom Museum Expo.
I'm at the entrance. Tell
You want to
CBC
keep running there, because even when it fades to black, they'll fuck you up.
Don't have much time.
And you want to be on your shotgun so you can just hit that hard left strafe here behind the statue, and then you want to fuck up Gurdu with 3 shotgun blasts. You can do it in 3 if you're up close. That's why you want to be so close to him. Of course, you got to be careful.
Anton Gurdu. I hope Romer's paying you enough to...
Gabe, your dude's wearing full...
Right.
You can't hide.
Could have been a little faster, but that was pretty great.
Gabe, are you all
You
right?
want to hit like a strafe a little bit in between, because he'll turn to shoot you, but if you keep strafing just a little bit, you can strafe out of the corner to shoot him, and then strafe back into cover. And here's where this rolling comes in crucial, and this is why I'm able to shave off so much time so easily. It's this one trick, it's just very taxing on your fingers to be doing it continuously. That's an easy headshot to fuck up. That's probably one of the harder headshots in this whole run. Because that dude's moving. That dude's walking brisk.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It can...
Imagine having a brisk T on a leash.
Check.
And I always restart mission instead of checkpoint, because it just game loads differently, you know.
We've analyzed blood taken
And I
from
want to do it
Romer's
as
men.
if I were doing it as a speed run.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge exhibit.
Right.
And see, I can't get it like that because you move too slow with the one-handed. And I can't just run up to him because he'll hear me. So I need to be able to move
Analyze
fast
blood
and
taken from
sneak,
Romer's
so
men.
that's the point of the palette swap paired with the
Biggins
rolling.
heading for the Stonehenge exhibit.
Right.
So switch into that, and then swap back into this so I don't have that shitty reticle. Ah. And my fingers got confused there. I hit the lock on instead of the aim and started running. When I meant to do like a shoulder strafe and go for the headshot.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
And see, these are the these are the kinks that I'm trying to work out so that this small shit isn't an issue during the speed run. This should all be second nature. Damn.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It can...
Had to crack all of my fingers real quick.
Right.
Oh. I did it so good that time too. I'll have a hand cam, well, I'll record a hand cam for when I'm doing the tutorial
We've
stuff too.
analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
Because I be doing some wacky shit when I'm doing this.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
And yeah, Fagan's got pretty good detection compared to like the other oblivious NPCs here. I've been doing this one pretty good. It's just this headshot's just tripping me
We've
up right now.
analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It can
Fagan's heading
But I gotta have the palette swap. That's not the one you want. I got the palette swap, but I forgot to switch to the sniper rifle first. The palette swap is also critical to certain skips later on too. So it's not something that I do exclusively, but other
We've
people
analyzed blood
only do
taken
it
from
whenever they
Romer's
need
men.
to.
It can
For like, there's a grenade exploit you can do with it,
heading for the Stonehenge.
which will be critical in the next group of stages. And you want to let Fagan take like 6.5 steps once he turns around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shoot. Reload. And then this guy, usually everybody else has to stop a second to sneak past him properly, but if you do what I do right, you don't have to slow down at all. Oh. That guy usually is slow to shoot. This guy's usually the problem, and I guess he would have been anyway. And then you pallet swap into the HK5 again. Actually, I think at that point it's worth just swapping into...
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
Just swapping into it normally, getting it as a one-handed. Because I think it's easier to get the headshot on Benton that way.
Blown your cover.
I like how his bodyguard just fucking hauled ass out of there. Nope. Like, dude. You're supposed to protect Biden.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
Damn.
Fuck. Syphonfilter's controls themselves are also a little bit
analyzed blood taken
wacky.
from Romer's men.
So I want a new controller as well, so that I can know for sure what is my controller's fault and what is just the wacky ass game's fault. And the reason why I'm not just trying to get the headshot with the pistol by itself is because I move too slow doing it without the pallet swap. And then with the sniper rifle,
analyzed
the
blood taken
reticle
from
takes
Romer's
too
men.
long because it's that fucking zoom in special one.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
So the pallet swap solves both of those issues. And it'll allow me to have a two-handed to implement my rolling past those dudes. In particular, past this guy. Oh, he saw me.
Blown your cover.
And it's something real easy to fuck up because, like I said, you're taking advantage of the way that these animations lap over each other. So that way you can trigger a roll while you're technically running.
Right.
Right, because here's what a crouching roll would look like normally if I did it that way. Compare that to...
Damn. Blown your cover.
But that's also different than just running naturally. If you just mash circle, you see how there's like a little second where he kind of jitters for a bit? That's like the frame in between. That's the frame that's being overridden with these inputs.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
So instead of lagging a little bit, it's reading that as a sneak, but at the same time it's reading it as a run and a roll. So that's why I'm able to do that without them noticing me until I literally get in front of Fagan. Whereas if I just run normally, you'll see Fagin notice me right away.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
Right, if I just roll like this.
Damn, blown your cover.
Huh. Well, he didn't see me anyway, but that definitely doesn't work with this guy, though. Which is why you'll see people roll and run, and then they'll stop for a second, hit one of those, and then run. Which, doing it my way, saves you, like,
Fagan's heading for
the second it takes you to stop and do the quiet roll.
Damn, blown your cover.
It didn't hit my aim, so I just fucking strafed into Fagin. But yeah, this part hasn't given me problems the last few days, but, you know, topping it off with everything else, you know,
Right.
doing it like 30 minutes in, whatever. And there's some refinement that I definitely need to do with this stage as well. Oh, fuck.
Damn, blown your cover.
And see, if you're too slow, either way, well, no, he won't turn around. I'm just fucking it up. That's why I said it's something real subtle. And if you don't do it right, if you don't get that sneak input in between, you know what I mean? He'll hear you. He'll hear that run input that's triggering your running roll.
Damn.
And see, I fucked it up right there, too. I took like a step out of it. I must have just timed the roll coincidentally earlier when he didn't hear me. But that's what I was expecting to happen last time. You know, he'll hear you from behind real easily. I didn't roll far at all that time. So after this, yeah, it's the Benton headshot, which I think my way of doing it is faster as well, but it's also
We've analyzed
inconsistent
blood
from
taken
what I
from
can
Romer's men.
tell. So I still want to work that out.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge exhibit.
Right.
And Fagin will also hear a gunshot even if it's silenced if it's too close to him. That's why you have to wait for him to walk like 6.5 steps away from that other
We've
dude.
analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It can
Kind of defeats the purpose of a silenced weapon, but
Check.
did someone just reload?
Damn, blown
I saw my. If you notice there, you will have. If you saw me like step for a second, it looked like he was lagging, standing up for a bit. That was the step where I fucked up. That's where he heard me. I normally breeze past that dude too.
Fagan's heading
So don't worry, it's absolutely possible. I'm just ass right now. Oh yeah, that was a big fuck up. Damn, you're fucking up the crescent rolls. That's what I call that though. I call that override, that crouch override for the crouching lag, Hawaiian rolling. I think other people have called it that too.
Fagan's
And
heading
I call doing that in sequence while running, you know, to give you the consecutive sneaky roll,
damn, blown
which I fucked up majorly right there. That's what I would call crescent rolling. It's the same concept, but instead of overriding it with just a crouch, you're overriding it with the crouch
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge exhibit.
Check.
Well, may as well.
Loan your cover.
Since I fucked it up. Yeah, but instead of overriding your landing lag with just another crouch input, you're overriding
Analyze blood taken from Romer's men.
you're overriding it with another running roll and then overriding that with a crouch input. But it'll read it at the same time if you time it right, and so you get continuous sneak rolling while running. And it's hard to do that while in motion because I'm going back a weapon, which means I have to hold select while rolling, toggle to the left, and all that while moving. It's not very hard to do, but you have to move your hand around to be able to hit all the inputs.
Right.
Ooh. This isn't even the hard part of the stage.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
So switch, palette swap back one.
Damn.
Oh, I got a little too close. Or I think I fucked up my and see, that's gotta be just my controller. Because sometimes I'll notice when I'm shooting too, he'll like stop for a second. I think that's just, it's an old school PS2 controller. It's the same one I used as a kid, so like it's in good condition, but it's you know, it's had its years. I want to at least get to the base.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It can
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
Okay, do it this way. You can do it that way too, but you know, the likelihood of you missing the headshot after that. I don't see, I can see him standing there for a second. I don't know why he's fucking it up like that. My timing might just be off, but I doubt it. I haven't even been playing the other Syphonfilters. I beat them already, so. That was a problem kind of when playing in between them, because the timing is slightly different.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
I wasn't speedrunning 2 or 3, but you know, a lot of these things, like I said, are things that I just do habitually when playing this game. Fucking ass. I just want to roll past this dude.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
I've tried to figure out some type of way to like shimmy past these guys, but there's no way Fagin won't see you.
Check.
Fagin is like the safety for like the rest of the incompetent AI here.
Damn. Loan your cover.
Oh yeah, I get it fucking that time. So it's easier to go to like the next weapon because all you have to do is press select and circle. You don't have to hold select and you don't have to toggle.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
We've
Yeah, see,
analyzed
I'm
blood
like,
taken
I can
from
do
Romer's
this,
men.
but I typically do it in isolation, right? I'm like choking in the actual speed run.
Right.
Not that this is an actual speed run, but this is what'll happen.
Loan your cover.
God damn you, Fagin. I must just be running a little too close. I gotta like hit it earlier.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
And that, you know, that dragging aim, that I know for sure is just Syphonfilter. Sometimes it'll just, if you're like mashing an input, if you feel like it didn't read it the first time, so you double up,
We've
it will
analyzed
double up
blood
the
taken from
input,
Romer's men.
and your fucking camera will go crazy, and it's just like, God damn it.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
Oh. I mean, I'm getting it right there, but it doesn't matter anymore. Sometimes when enemies spawn,
Right.
especially if, you know, maybe your disc is a little old like mine, you know, it'll cause some buffering, some lag, even on like emulators. So sometimes it's mostly insignificant as far as like the time it takes. Oh, and what it eats up on the speed run. There we go. Ah.
Damn, blown your cover.
At least I fucking got past that dude, though. But yeah, it seems insignificant, and it mostly is, but if it's at the wrong time while you're trying to do something real specific, the slight buffering could maybe throw off the input. Especially in like a real busy stage. Like the bunker with the searchlights and things like that. Part of the way that I do that, too, if I ever fucking make it there to show you, you'll see me do a lot of like,
We've analyzed blood taken
you
from
know,
Romer's men. It can
weird camera angles. I'll be doing a lot of strafing and side running, you know, not looking at all where I'm going. And that's all to mitigate spawns. Not only to make detection more difficult, or not only to stay unnoticed, I guess, but also to keep too many things from being on the screen at the same time when I'm trying to do real specific inputs, you know what I mean? I don't want the stage buffering because like 3 NPCs showed up. You see it right there? That's what's been fucking me up. That little slowdown, that little lag, because that's when like Fagin's going into the room. And then just switch into that.
What are you doing here? You
Fucking strafe to the right.
Gabe, Fagan's run for it. Romer and Airmov went after him.
Come in from the right, and then
He's finished. Right.
let Leon fucking call you. Ah, fucked up the interact skip. Which gives that guy more time to start shooting you. But it's also, you know, suboptimal. And then I need to get this part down. Doing your weapon scroll to avoid the interaction here, but then also landing on the G13. Here's some practice for your fucking ledge skipping. And then this one you want to do the weapon scroll again. But you want to do it off these little sides right here. Watch out for that, dude. I like to palette swap back. I like to just fuck it up for no reason. How you like that shit?
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's
I
men.
gotta get the hang of those moving palette swaps though. That's crucial to the way that I need to do my speed run. Fucks it up as I'm saying that. Let me potty break real quick, and I'm gonna give this like another 20 minutes. If I make it to the bunker, which I should, I'll play as long as I can carry it, though. So a few more things that'll be different in actual January for Syphonfilter month. As far as like the speedrun goes, especially. What I didn't really finish saying earlier was I'm kind of handicapping myself actively. I play usually like in my work clothes, so I don't have to get ready. Most of the time I'm just waking up whenever I'm doing my speedrun practice. Right, and I'm usually like high or something, like I'm literally about to smoke a little weed right now and slam a Red Bull. Throughout January, when I make the actual attempts, aside from having the practice down, I'm going to try to be, you know, up a couple hours before I plan on doing anything, well rested, well fed. And I actively wear, like I said, I'm in like shoes and my pants and all that most of the time. I'm also wearing like my rings. I go like the anime route basically. I'm like weighing myself down. I've got my, you know, hair up with like in a tail and like a whatever you call it, like a shower cap, a silk cap. Which, you know, I'm very uncomfortable right now, very aspect wise. And when the time comes, I'm gonna try to be like in peak condition too, to like steamroll past it. Because if I can get the grind down while I'm completely handicapped mentally and physically, then, you know, hitting the thing stone cold sober will definitely be better. Which I've been doing that for years, actually, with like fighting games and things like that. Especially because I used to be big on the live scene with fighting games, like in my town. It was always like a good psychological thing, especially against people who had played against me before. Like, yeah, we've played hours together, but only high. You're about to play Smash Bros. Against me fucking sober, bro. Oh no, this is awful. Alright, give me just another minute. And if you've been with the channel long enough, too, you may know that I don't have fucking glasses. I haven't for like the last year. So I've been pretty much blind, too, this whole time. So another thing is by the time... I've got glasses now, but they don't have lenses in them. I have to wait like another 2 weeks. But, you know, a week or two into the month, though, I should have my actual lenses. So I'll be able to see for the first time on the channel, too. So you'll see how much of a difference that makes.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It contains compounds identical to those extracted from the plants taken from Romer's plantation in Costa Rica. Compounds...
Obviously, I will also be talking a lot less.
I'm checking their security protocols. They have guards posted everywhere.
This is the safer way to do it. Just in case you want to speedrun the game yourself, but you're a weenie. Just because I got a late start, so I'll show it to you. Get about right here. Fucked it up. But that's the way you do it, then you fucking run and do it basically exactly the same way. That's the way I was doing it for a while, because I thought that was the fastest way. And then I saw them do it different on the world record, and I was like, well, shit. Look at that. Oh, we...
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
Gotta get that shit down, man.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
It can...
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge exhibit. I'm checking.
Check.
It's so easy to carry too much momentum with that shit. It's terrible.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
That was my bad. I fucking switched to the sniper rifle because I didn't want to reload, but that was stupid. There's no reason not to reload right
We've
there.
analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
I did like the exact opposite of a pallet swap, which I need to learn how to do that too. Non-switching,
We've
I called it.
analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge exhibit.
Check.
Damn.
What? That was beautifully executed. Executored. Tortellini?
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
And yeah, I want to do like tutorial coverage sort of stuff for it. Did it again. Nope, that's bullshit. It's like the exact... That defeats the purpose of everything that I do to begin with. I need to stop hitting select right there.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's
It's
men.
an old habit from like the previous strat I used to implement, the slower way.
Check.
Because, you know, I would switch to the sniper rifle at that point to get my fast roll. But the way I want to do it now is like this. Ugh, not like that.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
Damn.
He died. I guess Fagin heard me.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men.
Biggins heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
Damn.
Fuck. You didn't kill him. Right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. That's the sound of a Pilot Namiki hashtag not sponsored G2 gel pen being used to fucking pack my bong. If you were wondering. I am wearing
We've
my
analyzed
lenses
blood
though.
taken from Romer's men.
Or my frames at least. Just to get my head used to the weight again.
Right.
Right, whatever. I fucked it up. I saw the run, yeah. Even before the danger meter popped up, I could tell. I'm seeing where it is the fuck up is now. There's a slight buffer. It's when the dude kind of like, he's there,
We've analyzed
but when he
blood
more
taken
spawns
from
into
Romer's
frame,
men.
you know what I'm saying? And especially when Fagin is considered to like walk into the room. And sometimes, like I said, you'll just get confused. I fucking let go of crouch instead of strafe, so I just fucking...
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
Okay. Nope.
Damn, loan your car.
Yeah, it's literally that frame right there. If you're timing like a crouch...
We've analyzed
You're
blood
timing a
taken from
run
Romer's men.
followed
It can-
by a crouching roll.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Right.
Which is one of those distinctions that really could only ever matter in a speed run. It has applications in normal gameplay as well for maintaining stealth, but there's easier and better ways to maintain stealth consistently if that's your priority. This is speed as a priority, you know, so.
Check.
And it just won't read the fucking select input sometimes, and again, I think that's just like the weird timing and delay with Syphonfilter. I don't even think that's my controller. The turnaround shit, the down button, that's the thing that gets me with my controller. That might
We've
be it.
analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It can
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge.
Check.
Oh. So getting past that dude with the fast
What
roll,
are you doing here? You
I'd say it's more a matter than of...
Gabe, Fagan's run for it. Romer and Aramov went after him. The Benton's still in the video. Watch out.
And yeah, see, that's totally inconsistent then.
He's finished. Right.
Because I try to like hug hard to the right, assuming that'll always make him go left, but he'll still go right sometimes. And the only way for it to be consistently faster... Oh, fuck. Alright, well, I think it's safe to say I donked it up. But it's good to know how much refinement I need to get to this point, though. First, you know, handful of stages, no problem. Even the headshots I've gotten the hang of pretty down. I could get Gerdu a little bit better. And I really need to work out the specific kinks with like spawning those guys in that bank area at the start. But I don't think there's really anything I could do much better or faster in that first group of stages. Same thing, it's just those mob spawns. But I think I've gotten pretty good at even the park one. I just need to get better at running the same little loop with my little pretzel knots, you know what I mean? Because that's the key. That's the key to spawning them, enough of them, fast enough to do my thing. And then I need to get better at killing like the last two on the turnaround. So I need to get consistently good at spawning the last ones where I need them to. And when it comes to that first mob area, I guess let me actually go ahead and see about that right now. Let me go see a man about some wood real quick. What?
When does the operation begin?
Our intelligence within the...
Well,
I've got...
Check.
another handy application of this. Because, you know, you have 10 bullets with your sniper rifle versus 45 starting out with your 9mm. And yeah, this turnaround thing might actually work to our benefit if I can get used to moving around that way. I think as long as I hear that fifth guy roll, I should be good to just run even if I don't get the checkpoint. It should force the checkpoint instead of the mission failure because the conditions I think will technically be met. And then that will allow me to consistently blow through them. So let me try that again. Because then the same logic will apply to every mob. Because they all generate the same, it's just the stage specifics, you know.
Right.
And you can go the long way around, you can just do like select circle, you know, to do a palette swap, but that'll just take you to the next weapon. So you'll have to cycle all the way through versus just cycling back once to the 9mm, but of course it's a more complex input. See what I mean? And then I didn't hear the fourth guy roll, that was the problem. It's literally the thing I said I was going to check for, and nope. I didn't loop around that the way that I wanted to, though.
When does the operation begin?
Our intelligence within the...
Right.
So maybe my that first instinct was better in not turning around
When
the
does the
camera.
operation begin?
Our intelligence within...
At least more consistent.
I've got
Check.
So yeah, it doesn't even matter. You just gotta wait for the checkpoint.
I've taken out Kravitz and destroyed the comm equipment, but I don't see their uplink dish.
I'll trace it.
Cool. And then here, let's skip. Let's skip select, which not only gives you the weapon you need for the interact skip, but cycling to it that way, shit, lets you avoid landing lag as well.
This must be what
God damn it.
bypassed the subway
God damn it.
security.
God
The ramp in
damn
the
it.
first
God
terminal
damn
should
it.
be clear now.
And let's hope fucking Gregory doesn't get in the way here. I'm sorry, Jeremy. Oh no. And then that's always something to look out for. You know, boxes, fucking rails, doorways, anything that'll fucking stub you. Because you just can't walk past it. He won't slide. He'll just fucking... And with one of these...
Beacon set. Tell CBDC to get its guys down here.
Copy.
She usually says copy, they're on their way, so you'll know how fast you're going based on how much she says. If she skips any kind of dialogue, you did it pretty good, but you want her to just say copy, because sometimes she'll be like, copy, they're on. Which, that's good, but, you know, as you can see, I just got it with fucking copy. Cut everything else out. And at this point, one-handed, two-handed doesn't really matter. You want to kind of cut it close to these rails. Oh, not too close. There you go, exactly what I was talking about. Pretty much just mind this line. As soon as he throws the grenade, clip the bomb, kill him, pick up his shotgun ammo.
I'm setting a beacon. Wait.
Don't fuck that up.
Gabe!
Right.
That was pretty bad, but as long as you don't die.
That should be all the
You shouldn't really need the health. No one should be shooting at you at all. You should be able to avoid all damage. From enemies, at least. Oh. I did just blatantly fuck that one up, though. There's a specific way to do that, and I did not do it. Usually I fuck it up while doing it the right way. Well, folks, that's it. Thanks for drifting by, interacting, doing whatever. Again, the overall goal, at least up until Christmas, so today, tomorrow, and probably Christmas Eve, I will just keep speedrunning up to the bunker, and then Christmas Day I'll try to find something else to stream. I'll probably just do like some AM Skyrim vibes. And then after that, regardless of whether I can get a consistent run up to that point or not, I'm going to practice the stronghold because it needs to be done. And then if need be, I'll try to speedrun, extend the practice a little bit, at least to like this length. Anywhere from 15 minutes early to 15 minutes later. And then I'm going to try to allocate as much time as possible in the mornings, because that'll be the only time I'll be able to do it, which it's going to be a stressful month for me for that reason, but I need an editor. Nah, I don't actually. I couldn't imagine someone else trying to make something with my stuff. For me at least. Like, no, bro, that's not it at all. And then the way interact skips work is you just want to interact at the same time that you are shooting while in movement, which, as you may assume, is much easier to do with an automatic weapon, which technically shotguns count as. If you equip a shotgun and just hold square, you'll
Leon, I found the gas main. I'm shutting it down.
checkpoint. And see, as long as you are fast enough and hit that right corridor, you will make it. And then, hey, if you're somebody who is fucking an old-ass man, not somebody who is fucking an old man. I mean, if you are, someone born in 1990 or below, 90-something or older, if you know a thing or two about fucking up old games, if you want to fucking break speedrunning records, you can always try to find a way to break through Syphonfilter's loading zones. If you can do that, you'll demolish every speedrun, because then you can ignore half the objectives in the game. Not really, but like, the only thing stopping you from coming to Mara right away, is the fact that you will like die, the bombs will blow up, if you reach that point of the level without completing your objectives.
Where's Romer? Where are the other bombs?
But yeah, if you can figure out how to do that, you can skip through
Leon, I'm on my
the
way
first
to-
level, you can skip through the second level,
I've set the pickup
you
frequency.
can skip through the third level. Well, no, you'll have to kill Mara. You can skip through this level, though. You'll have to fight Gerdu. You'll have to play the Farcom level the same. No, all of them pretty much end the same way. You'll just devolve it into a sprint to the end, basically. Right, because this level ends at the Freedom Memorial, but if you just run there right now without doing anything, it'll just be like, bro, the children are still on fire. Right. But otherwise, you're basically looking at the fastest possible route. May not be the best at it, but I'm trying to be. And then yeah, go this way. Kind of hug this corner until you see this dude spawn, and then that's the guy you want to kill. Do it the right way, and then the sniper on the roof won't spawn.
CBDC has the signal. They're on their way. Stand by.
Cover me.
I should have just killed him on the runaround, but that's fine.
CBDC has the signal. They're on their way. Stand by.
Cinnamon rolling is very forgiving, right? If you're like mid-strafe, mid-roll like that, it makes it easier to interact. It'll kind of force you to the right spot for an interaction. So for bombs, rolling into them can be very beneficial. And again, proper strafing I think will be critical to situations like that as well. Govern me. No way, bro. That's how you want to do that. You stupid fuck. I'm Gabe Logan. You can't roll on me. You don't want to fuck up this roll because that dude will hear you. He'll shoot. The other guy will hear the gunshot, and then CBDC's dead.
Leon, check.
Leon.
I'm getting interference. You must be right on top of their uplink dish.
Leon, right.
Yeah. Switch to your fucking M16. Switch to your shotgun. There's a way to like skip the animation for switching guns too, but it's like one of those weird things that only happens when you're accidentally mashing some shit. So if I can figure out the art to doing that too, you know.
I'm at the entrance. Tell CBDC Proceed, get that team moving.
Hurry, Gabe. You don't have much time.
And then remember to hit that left strafe. So the first 5 is your first hurdle, and it should be easy enough.
Paying you enough to
D-
Gabe, your dude's wearing full...
check.
Still can be a little bit sharper, but that's good.
Gabe, are you alright?
He's finished.
And honestly, the memory card thing for me, it's easier to just close my eyes and go for the audio cue. Looking at it seems to always throw me off. I always jump the gun when I'm looking at it.
It contains...
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge exhibit.
Oh. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Alright, well, there you go. That's how you ruin a fucking speed run. But I'll be doing the actual attempts, like I said, in January. And like I said, I'm going to try to be better rested for them. I'm going to try to always do it at the same time. I'm thinking like 11 to, 1, maybe 1:30 around this time. That'll give me a few attempts at least if I'm going for the hour time. At a minimum, I want like 61 minutes. Because that's only like 2 minutes down from the world record. But I want the world record. I legitimately want to go for it. And I think I've got some good tricks, especially for some of the later segments, but it doesn't do me much good if I can barely speedrun the first 5 stages and then choke at fucking Fagin every time. But that's what we're going to be working on. Just like I said, Christmas. I'll try to stream for as long as possible, so I'll try to get up early. I probably will that day anyway. And then if I can stream like a good 4 hours of Skyrim between like anywhere from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., maybe 3 or 4 hours, it'll just be some shit. Nothing substantial, you know what I mean? Just hanging out, picking snowberries and shit, maybe killing bears, Skyrim, usual nonsense, glitches and all that. But thanks if you drifted around or acknowledged. More tomorrow, and then more after Christmas, with an emphasis on the later half of the game that I still can't really speedrun. A lot of dangerous skips in the last few stages as well, so you want to get those down, because, nothing like fucking up the insta-kill skip 50 minutes in, Anyway, come back tomorrow.